Jai Shri Ram, this is Rendezvous 18. Let's look at the words below. Banal, ordinary, commonplace, cliched, trite, bromidic, bromide, expressions which don't have any originality. Commonplace expressions. Incendiary can literally mean a bomb. Incendiary used as an adjective means provocative. Incendiary speeches, inflammatory. A rabble rouser or a demagogue or a firebrand. Firebrand means a leader who creates riots and all that. So, incendiary speech means something that provokes the people into causing riots. Bombastic, exaggerated, big words without any meaning, high flown, exaggerated, inflated words. Pompous, taciturn, reserved, luminous, shining. The subject matter of Henry Gibson's play seems mundane, very ordinary. Mundane also means worldly when compared to present day plays, but when first performed, Ibsen's work was considered dash and caused a palpable commotion. Palpable means tangible, can be sensed, can be known through the senses, and was considered dash and caused a commotion in the. So obviously, it must have been incendiary. So only in something incendiary will cause all this trouble, turmoil, commotion, and all that. Next, blank one, preclude. The last word, preclude means to prevent. Blank two, feasible. That means likely, possible, successful, capable of achieving success. And blank two, viable means feasible. Impediment means obstruction. Let's say all televisions sold new today come with the V chip which parents can program to dash their children from watching certain programs. So they can preclude, they can prevent their children. While some may argue that too many parents are not aware of how to operate the V chip for this to be a dash, for cutting out indecency from television, if the parents are concerned enough, they should make the effort to learn how to work this useful device. So the next blank should be not aware of how to operate this to be a viable option, right? So it's a viable option, but they don't know how to use it. Okay, next one. Look at the words below. Meticulous means very thorough about details. The synonyms are scrupulous, persnickety, fastidious, finicky, painstaking. Credulous, easily believing anything and everything. Pedantic, making a display of bookish knowledge. Perfunctory, unenthusiastic. Cursory is the synonym. Cursory. It was nearly impossible for Timothy to make an accounting error. He used a dash system which guaranteed that all of the relevant figures were checked out on three separate occasions. So, it's meticulous. Very simple. Next, let's look at the words below. All simple words. The last word, Pandit, means a scholar, very learned, erudite person. Just as the Elizabethan Dash thought little of Shakespeare, that means they dismissed him as a useless fellow because he failed to follow in the footsteps of great Greeks. Some modern critics dislike the best work of the dramatists of our time because they were not cast in the Shakespearean mold. So, just as the Elizabethan reviewers, so they reviewed Shakespeare and they said he is no good. Anyway, that is their critics, literary critics. Next, berate. Look at the word on D. Berate means to scold. Objurgate is a synonym. OBJURGATE. Abe jargu ma gate దగ్గర నించోకు అని తిడుతున్నాడు. Objurgate. OBJURGATE. Berating, objurgating అంటే scolding very severely, castigating, chiding, reprimanding, chastising, scolding severely. In every work of art, there are at least four elements which we may separate to dash them individually: technique, observation, imagination. So which we may separate to consider them individually. Last one, perennial means lasting a long time. Conveyable, that means you can pass on to somebody. Blank to peruse, to examine. Reified, to treat something as an object. Treat something as an object. So looking for love in all the wrong places. That's the name of a song anyway, as if love is some object. So reifying means when you are objectifying, when you are using some metaphors to personify something which is actually abstract. Exculpate, pardon, free from all blame. Blank 3, commemorative, something that is in memory of something else. Last word, utilitarian, practical. Utilitarian means practical. Utilitarianism is a political philosophy which assumes that any action or policy should be based on the principle of maximum good for maximum people. That is utilitarianism, which is one of the fundamental tenets of democracy itself. Okay, utilitarian means practical. Whether as permanent fixtures in cathedrals, which are large churches, or as dash shrines, reliquary. Reliquary is a small vessel to keep astikalu, all the bones and all that. Right? So, were objects of devotion. Whether as permanent fixtures in whether అంటే కాంట్రాస్ట్ కాంట్రడిక్షన్ పర్మనెంట్ అయినా ఆర్ యాజ్ conveyable, permanent or something that can be passed on from one generation to another, or something that's not fixed. But because of what they held, a relic means something, the tooth or the bone or maybe the entire mummy or something from the ancient past pertaining to a saint or even otherwise also, like a fossil almost. These memorial objects often pose mysteries for historians who dash their external images to ascertain for which saint's relics the dash container was created. Okay, so who peruse their external, they study the external images to ascertain for which saint relics the commemorative container. So it's a commemorative container. That's it. Jai Shri Ram. Rendezvous 18 is over. Rendezvous 18. Please go through all these exercises. Pass on to your friends also in other institutes. Let everyone benefit. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavanto. Jai Shri Ram.